And we are live. Hello, folks, and welcome to another installment of Let's Play Diablo 3. As we have done with the Barbarian and Crusader, today we are kicking off a campaign with a fresh Demon Hunter. I have mentioned this in all of my Diablo episodes so far, across all three games, but it bears mentioning again at the very beginning for those of you who might be tuning in fresh or wondering why I'm repeating the same segments of the game. It's pretty simple, actually. My intention is to play through the entirety of the campaign and then adventure mode with all 7 of the character classes. That's what I'm going for. So, my capture is obviously not working correctly. Hoss, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Welcome in. It's good to see you. There we go. Much better. I just needed to kick it out of full screen mode and pop it into borderless windowed instead. So, as I mentioned, the goal today is to kick off a fresh Demon Hunter. So let's back out of this menu. Switch hero. Where is it? There we go. Hi, Lemon King. It's so good to see you. Welcome in. What's that 325? Is that just my prior maximum Paragon level, I think? Anyway, let's go ahead and create our fresh Demon Hunter. We could use some feminine energy. We'll do a female Demon Hunter. We'll do Bob the Hunter. How about that? Participating in a season, blah blah blah. Yes, I know. The Demon Hunter's primary attribute is dexterity. Ranged weaponry and shadow manipulation make this vengeful hero an elusive stalker of demons. The Demon Hunter uses a variety of traps and escape skills to evade the grasp of foes. Lethal and agile, Demon Hunters move fluidly across the battlefield, maneuvering into position to strike their enemies from a distance. The Demon Hunter's attacks and tactical skills are powered by the dual forces of hatred and discipline. Hatred is rapidly regenerated, but discipline is slowly recovered. A new start. Participating in a season gives you the opportunity to reap exclusive rewards. Seasonal heroes start completely fresh and can only play with other seasonal heroes. You will not be able to use non-seasonal items in your stash. You will start at 0 gold, and you will have to retrain your artisans. Yes, of course. That's the whole idea. Hey, Lone Wonder. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome back. Always a pleasure. Lemon King. Get rolling on that Witch Doctor, man. All 7 classes are more than viable. You just gotta learn to roll them, you know? Alright, there we go. Alright, so there's our fresh Demon Hunter. Bob the Hunter, Act 1, normal. I do want to keep it on campaign mode, but as we have discussed in the prior streams, I want to put it on hard. This level is recommended for players who've acquired several pieces of rare equipment in Reaper of Souls. That's not necessary. For leveling from 1 to 70, hard provides the most efficient balance of bonus experience versus monster difficulty. I think I haven't done the math myself, but I understand that's pretty well settled science throughout the community. So, we will start Act 1, The Fallen Star. On hard mode, in a private game. Perfect. Let's kick it off. Amazon? Oh, you're talking about like the class spec.
My family was butchered by Hellspawn. To witness such a thing is enough to leave your mind in ruins. The madness killed my sister. frightened and alone. Until I was rescued. Rescued by survivors who had joined together to rid the world of the creatures of hell. They saw in me the strength to resist the demons. And they forged me into a weapon. Now, I am ready. A meteor has fallen in Tristram, and the dead have risen in its wake. I will send them back to their graves. Once I was hunted. Now, I am the hunter.
Sweet. I'm doing really well, Lone Wonder. Thanks for asking. Okay, so we start off with Hungering Arrow, physical, generates 4 hatred. Fire a magically imbued arrow that seeks out enemies for 155% weapon damage and has a 35% chance to pierce through them. Does require a bow. We begin with an Initiate's Hand crossbow, and nothing else.
Only the dead reek like this. The fallen star is near.
The sort of unique thing about the Demon Hunter is that she can use the hand crossbows, which are I believe they're the only one-handed ranged weapons in the game. Now, this is the first non-melee class we've played, so something bears mentioning. Obviously, you can fight from a distance. The drawback is the melee classes, which are the Barbarian, the Crusader, and the Monk. So not the Demon Hunt. Yeah. The Barbarian, the Crusader, and the Monk are the melee classes, and they each have a 30% innate buff to damage resistance that the 4 other classes do not. So our Demon Hunter just bears saying is going to be a whole lot squishier than our first 2 classes were. We need to take advantage of her ability to fight from a distance.
I have journeyed here to find the fallen star and purge its evil from this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
I've become more formidable.
Level 2. Unlocked an active skill category.
Never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Active skill unlocked, Impale. So, cost 20 hatred. Throw a knife that impales an enemy for 750% weapon damage. Now, these are not endgame skills, but when you're leveling, you kind of just take what you can have. So, New Tristram, an ill name for a town if ever there was one. My childhood home wasn't too far from here, buried in the forests of the kingdom of Westmarch, but now there's nothing left of it except for the ashes. I will not let New Tristram fall to the same fate. The town's gates must hold.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
Zakharum has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end of the world. Can't you see that?
Sure, I'll claim the Wings of Valor.
by the grace of the ancients. May your soul be warmed and brought to glory in righteousness.
I worked my hands to the bone to bring you these fine goods.
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
New Tristram.
Nothing ever seems to change in New Tristram, does it?
What do you mean?
There's always some threat of the risen dead or foul evil descending on the town, isn't there?
Oh. Okay, it seems that we are sharing artisans across our current seasonal heroes. I didn't realize that. I thought they were each going to be separate. That's fine, though.
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon. My brother died defending this town, while that bloated coward tried to run away.
Brawling.
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area near here. Wanna go? Oh, and you didn't hear about it from me.
Consequences.
Afraid of damaging your armor or weapons? That won't happen over there. In fact, no one even dies. Disappointing, really.
The dead, rising from their graves. This must be the end of the world.
Your cart is blocking the way. Move it.
How dare you speak to me like that? I am the mayor of this town.
Then you should be out there fighting.
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
No. You deserve whatever dark fate comes to you.
A history of New Tristram.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that New Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Tristram's families.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
Have you come to help us? The other adventurers who came through here didn't look so deadly.
I don't care what anyone says. That thing that fell from the sky was no rock. A rock doesn't cause the dead to leave their graves.
Welcome to the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Leah's room. Leah's book. Leah's Tristram Journal Part 1.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Alright, let's talk to Leah.
Leah, is it? Rumford said that you survived the Fallen Star's impact.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Then I shall put an end to them and secure your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Alright. These people are desperate for aid, especially Leah. The remnants of the militia cannot hold the town alone. I will do all I can for them. Captain Rumford must know where I can best to direct my efforts.
16 militiamen went out. Only Rumford came back. How can that help us?
We never should have built on this cursed ground. Maybe Cain was right. Even in death, Diablo torments us.
Cain's house has opened. Book. Deckard Cain's Journal, Part 1.
We have come at last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
Moan Wonder, I really appreciate you teaching me the way to get the text of every audio log. Alright, here's Rumford.
What can I do to help fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Don't worry, I will avenge their deaths.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world, but the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
Alright, kill the wretched queen in the old ruins. Bonus, wretched mothers killed, 0 of 3. It isn't surprising that the risen dead are coming from the old ruins. The original Tristram was befouled by demons, and their work is not easily undone. Still, I will venture there and do what I can to stop these wretched mothers and their queen. Alright, we got a reptilian cloth tunic. That's definitely going to be an upgrade. In my most common Diablo saying so far, it's definitely better than nothing. 3 armor, 3 life per second. Very good. Old Tristram Road. New lore.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Cloth tunic. Inferior chest piece.
I have more control now.
Reach level 3. We got entangling shot. New active skill. I think it's a new primary. Let's see about that. Generate 4 hatred. Imbue an arrow with shadow energy that deals 200% weapon damage to the primary enemy and entangles up to 2 enemies, slowing their movement by 60% for 2 seconds. When entangling shot hits an enemy, the slow effect on all entangled enemies is refreshed. Requires bow. I like that better. More damage plus a slow effect. Hello. Reptilian sash. 6 armor. 3 more life per second. Definitely better than nothing. Oh, old keepsake box. Old diary.
There's chaos everywhere, and word in town is that Lacdanin killed the king. If only this is true. Perhaps our days and nights of living in terror are behind us now.
Oh, I'm sorry your internet went down, Lone Wonder. Good to have you back. She's a bit of a slow starter. I mean, a lot of the classes are, but the ranged ones really tend to rely more heavily on kiting and what have you in the early going. That definitely changes, though. Gathering cloth tunic. No, thank you.
Dear reader, I am Abdalhazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Kanduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
No, you haven't really missed anything except some lore. I think I found one diary that I did not find with either of the first two characters. I'll replay it for you in a second. This one.
There's chaos everywhere, and word in town is that Lacdanin killed the king. If only this is true. Perhaps our days and nights of living in terror are behind us now.
Cheers, my friend. It's always such a pleasure to have you here. You're my rock. You show up the most consistently of everyone. I have a few really strong regulars. Lemon King, of course, is another one, but...
The task is done. These unholy creatures can rest now.
Alright, 3 Wretched Mothers down. We got another new category. We got the active skill Caltrops. I don't think that's in my build. It is not. But we'll check it out for now. I mean, we have nothing else to go in this slot. Caltrops, physical, cost 6 discipline. Lay a trap of caltrops on the ground that activates when an enemy approaches. Once sprung, the caltrops slow the movement of enemies within 12 yards by 60%. This trap lasts 6 seconds. Hey, DLF. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you as always. How are you today, my friend? I'm gonna need a new weapon pretty quick here. Only way I'm currently doing any level of respectable damage is with Impale, but I suspect we'll find a more reasonable weapon pretty quick. Thank you, Lone Wonder. That is what I strive to do. I'm glad you appreciate it the way I do. in before Ethereal drop. We did get one in the very early going with our Crusader. Who was it? Head Cleaver dropped it when we were saving Kane. I think that was it. Well, I am glad you're off work and able to join us, DLF. I hope my stream is an improvement over being at work. Even if killing enemies is somewhat slow going right now, it'll get better. Reptilian Buckler. Sort of the opposite of what I need, but it's better than an empty offhand for now. Pushing carts in 95 degrees of Texas heat. That frankly sounds brutal. Absolutely brutal. I'm glad you survived. Welcome back. Shoes. Oh. 7 armor. Better than nothing. Alright, here's the old ruins.
Old Tristram, Diablo's evil still lingers here.
The Wretched Queen. Alright. Use the old ruins waypoint, talk to Captain Rumford in New Tristram. I have slaughtered the Wretched Queen. Alright, cloth pants. Better than nothing. Weapon rack. A simple dagger. But we have to... We can't actually pick that up. We have to stick with the bow in order to use any of our skills. So, don't get excited about that damage boost too early. Old keepsake box. Old Tristram journal.
The rumors of torture and worse grow every day. What has happened to Tristram and its king? I once thought Leoric a great man, but it seems I was deceived. We all were. He sends our meager army against Westmarch on the morrow. What will become of us?
I don't know, Villager Despina. Very, very bad things, if literally any of the Diablo games are to be believed. What was happening in February, DLF? Just cooler? Or was it also something bad, but you would take that bad over this bad? Just a second. You had an Arctic freeze in Texas? That's pretty wild. But I bet that was, well, I guess it depends on your preference. I know that there are a lot of people who prefer hot weather to cold. I am not one of those people. I would way rather work outside in the cold weather than the hot heat. I'm with you there. I do love the attention to detail here. Here's Kane's fountain from Diablo 1. Here's his gibbet from Diablo 2. It's like, yeah, we really are back in the same place. Alright, let's check out the Dark Cellar before we go. Hey, Alex. I'm doing really well. It's great to have you in the stream, as it always is. Getting my whole core group here. Hey, I was about to say the only one of the core team that's missing is Karis, and then there he is. Welcome, everybody. I'm doing great. It's good to see you. Always is, of course. All right, we got 2 reptilian shoes. Let's see which one is better. Extra toughness, extra recovery, same toughness, slightly better recovery. Yeah, we'll go, no, significantly better recovery, slightly worse toughness. That's what I meant to say. Masterful buckler. Reduces all resource costs. I'm not running into resource problems. I'd rather keep the extra health. Alright, let's use our waypoint. Off to New Tristram. What's up, Leah? Tristram.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
I do actually remember all that, DLF. I didn't realize it was February of this year. In my head, it was earlier. Like, I do remember those stories. Captain Rumford.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him. I've become more formidable.
Reptilian Bracers of the Hawk, level 5. Active skill, Rapid Fire. Alright. I like Rapid Fire better than Impale. Cost 20 hatred initially and an additional 6 hatred while channeling. Rapidly fire for 685% weapon damage is physical, requires bow. We'll do that for now, and of course we'll put our bracers on. They are, as we always say, literally better than nothing. Let's talk to Leah.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Legacy of Kane. Use the New Tristram waypoint to go to the old ruins. I do not know whether Leah's uncle survived his ordeal, but I'm reluctant to trust to hope. I found that it has a way of betraying you. Still, if the meteor fell into the cathedral, it is worth looking into. Leah has a stout heart. She reminds me a little of my sister, Halissa.
As sad as it is for the girl, for all of us, Leah must accept that the old man is dead. No one's surviving what's out there.
It doesn't feel right being in Uncle Deckard's room when he's not here.
Nothing there yet.
I've got some brand new...
Death may be upon us all soon, but I shall...
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram.
Huh. Leah and Kane.
Do you know anything about Leah and Deckard Kane?
Not too much, I'm afraid. They came here almost a year ago. She split her time between looking after him and helping out the town. He spent his days in the old cathedral, looking for old texts from what I hear. They were inside when that thing hit. She's lucky to be alive.
What's up, Hadrig? Kane's disappearance.
It doesn't seem likely the Deckard King could have survived down in the cathedral this long, does it?
He is alive, and I will rescue him.
You seem quite sure of yourself. You know something I don't.
Meta humor. Alright. Let's salvage our gear while we're here. We can train Hadrig up to rank 3. No reason not to.
I heard the people who left to get help have all died.
Now that someone like you has come, we have a chance.
Did you hear what happened to Cain? Poor Leah.
It's a shame that bard got himself eaten. I could do with some music right now.
The gates might fall at any second, and you want a pretty song?
Can you think of a better time?
That cathedral is filled with more death than my cooking.
This is my room. Do you like it?
Leah's Tristram Journal Part 2.
A miracle has happened. A hero, like one out of Uncle Deckard's tales, appeared and saved us. I know in my heart that my uncle still lives, and I pray that the hero will bring him home safely. Here, let me open the gate.
Find Adria's hut. If the areas around the town are teeming with so many dead, I can only guess how many are in Tristram Cathedral. I'd imagine that the new Tristram militiamen found themselves in quite a predicament when they tried to seal the door. Leah and I must be cautious out here. Our former allies may now be our enemies.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Adria's death.
How did your mother die?
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
That's better. Once I get a decent weapon, we'll really feel improvements.
Not enough hatred.
Pew pew. Exactly. I feel like I'm probably the only person who plays Diablo 3 this way. Thoroughly explores it like this. I might be wrong about that, but...
Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me.
It's definitely not how most people do it. Enter the hidden cellar in Adria's hut.
Your mother had her secrets.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Explore the hidden cellar.
Dalton!
Definitely in pretty dire need of a weapon upgrade. We'll get one.
was satisfying.
You've reached level 6. Hungering arrow, ruined, puncturing arrow. Alright. Let's see, is that now better than entangling shot? Puncturing arrow. Increase the chance for the arrow to pierce to 50%. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. Actually. Reptilian bracers of thorns. Significantly better recovery, but and thorns damage. I'd rather have the dex. I'm really low on damage right now. Alright, Leah.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
Off we go.
My hatred is too low.
Onward.
So many dead. The infamous Tristram Cathedral. I am close to the fallen star now.
Ah, yes. I asked Leah to stay behind to learn more about her mother, but truly I hope to spare her the pain of discovering her uncle's fate firsthand. This cathedral is a dangerous place. There are many hunters who would not enter it, but I am not one of them. Alright. In we go. Enter Cathedral Level 1. The cathedral is full of risen dead, those who were killed during Leoric's mad reign and foolhardy villagers who ventured down here searching for treasure. Now the fallen star has brought them all back from their graves. Perhaps Cain will know more if he still lives.
So this is where the star fell. My quarry must be near.
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
Alright. Goodness gracious me. Boy, howdy, I hope we get a new weapon soon.
Some foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their numbers surge. The evil forces that linger here give them strength, and I fear that the worst is yet to come.
Check out the center in just a second. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's go southeast first. If I don't know which way is forward, I usually turn left. It's just been my video game habit forever, and I see no need to change it.
I need more hatred to do that. My hatred is too low.
What, pray tell, is an ambiturner? I've never heard that term. Alright, I really need a new weapon. Come on, game. Deliver. Level 7 is way too high to still be using the basic hand crossbow you start with. But I really can't switch to a non-bow and lose all my skills. Nothing yet. Oh, hi. level 7. Impale rune, impact. Person who can turn all the way around by going in either way. Oh, ho, 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 ho. My girlfriend would be furious that I missed a Zoolander joke. Not furious. She'd be disappointed. Impact. The impact causes knockback and has a 100% chance to stun for 1.5 seconds. Yeah, I can't lose the extra damage. The stun sounds nice, but... I tell you what, actually, Caltrops is so redundant with Entangling Shot. Let's put Impale with Stun on here. That way, when I have a big monster, I can guarantee stun it. And shoot down the rest of the cannon fodder with rapid fire. Cracked leather pants. Wow, look, those are better. The game is really holding out on gear upgrades for me here in the early going. Black mushrooms.
These mushrooms are quite enormous.
Black mushroom. Oh shit, we're gonna get the Staff of Herding and go to Whimsyshire. The witch Adria seeks a black mushroom. I know as much about black mushrooms as I do about red herrings. Deckard Cain. Hi, Kings. I'm just on hard for leveling a fresh 70. Also, hello and welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Lockdown Scroll Part 1.
My name is Lockdown, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Yeah, Kings. I love the Diablo series. It's part of my stream rotation. Every third stream will be some form of Diablo content. I play all 3 games. And I love all 3 of them, and I try not to get caught up in stupid debates about which one might be better. I think they all have their strengths and weaknesses. I agree. Screw that. I mean, it's not like I won't actually talk about it, but I love them all. I stream them all because I love them all. That's what matters. Yeah, I'm excited for Diablo 4. I'm excited for Diablo 2 Resurrected as well. Both of those things. Like, a lot of my doubts about Diablo 2 Resurrected have since been resolved. Like, they've confirmed single player. Extra toughness, less recovery. I'm gonna take that, actually.
I need more hatred to do that.
bracers. Yeah, those aren't going to do anything by themselves. No surprise there. Alright. Let's explore this segment. Yeah, when it was... I had some reservations about Resurrected, mainly when they had not yet confirmed whether or not it would have single player. But now they've confirmed offline single player. They're actually moving the old ladder-only content into the single player games. The Pandemonium event and the Uber Diablo event, which I never got to play in the original because I hate playing online. So I'm very, very excited about actually getting to do all that when I get my Diablo 2 characters to their endgame. It's very exciting for me. Alright, Scribe's Lectern. Lockdown Scroll Part 2.
It was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
Champion pack. Oh boy. This is gonna be dicey. But maybe when these things do drop, they'll finally give me a better weapon. It's obviously the hope.
Not enough hatred.
My god, it feels like vanilla. Everybody remember the vanilla experience? It was pretty much this. The game still has... It's just because the game has still not dropped me any weapon upgrade. I'm using the Initiate's hand crossbow that the Demon Hunter starts with.
I need more
That's a pretty big problem. Alright. So I'm hoping maybe these champions will drop that weapon upgrade I so desperately need. Whatever.
Not enough hatred.
Sometimes you just gotta stand your ground. Keen leather gloves of the Hawk. Well, that's gonna raise my damage, but not nearly as much as a better weapon would. Still, that's a significant first glove find. So that wasn't a total loss. I could select a pet, I think. I like the battle cruiser. Battle cruiser operational. I should play some StarCraft on here sometime. I love those games too. So many games, so little time. My eternal lament.
Help me! It's inside me! Inside!
Alright, there's the way down. Let's check this out first. Donan's Scroll Part 3.
When we returned from our horrific defeat in Westmarch, my beloved king lost all pretense of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. With great sorrow, I ran him through.
Don't worry, Lockdonan. I met you in the first game. I know you did what you had to. Balanced light crossbow. Alright, it's a two-handed weapon, but I really don't care. I desperately need the damage upgrade. Two-handed weapons cause more damage, but have a slower attack speed. Not all classes can use all two-handed weapons. Ah yes, much better. That's more like it. That'll do the trick. For a while. Ordinarily, I'm pretty averse to using two-handed weapons, but our damage situation was getting so dire. Leather gloves. Yawn. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that was a good move. Flip into the two-hander. Thank you, game, for finally dropping another bow. We hit a checkpoint here. I need to use the restroom and make a little phone call. I'll be 5 to 10 minutes-ish. Please don't go anywhere. I trust you not to leave. Alrighty. Thank you, everyone, for the patience with that. Actually, I also need to grab a beverage. Just kidding. One more hiccup. Alrighty. Hi, Sauna. Welcome in. Always a pleasure to see you. Demon Hunter and Challenge Rifts this week. Wow. Sounds like you're going to be setting some records. Alright, let's get to it. Leoric's Passage.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Alright, kill the skeletons attacking Deckard Cain. Deckard Cain is still alive, but he needs my aid.
Cain! I'm here to rescue you!
Stay back!
Well, no Ethereal off of Head Cleaver this time, Lone Wonder. Too bad. Lucky Quiver. Attack speed increased by 10%, 8% extra gold from monsters. Damage 4.75, 16.44. Oh, but I can still keep my quiver. That's good.
This cannot be opened yet.
This door is sealed by the power of the Skeleton King. Cain is safe at last. Leah will be overjoyed when she sees him. Not every family in this town has been so fortunate. Hi, Tara. Lovely to see you. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Leah asked for my aid. She will be relieved to see you again.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
Talk to Leah in New Tristram. What's your favorite line of dialogue, Tara? Gathering leather doublet of the Hawk. That's going to be an upgrade. Pray tell, what is your favorite line of dialogue? I don't think I have the game memorized on that level, but I'll watch for it.
I promised Leah that I would save her uncle, Deckard Cain. When I found him, he was facing the Skeleton King. And now this abomination blocks my path to the fallen star.
Well, this will not stand. What up, Leah?
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
I have but one request of you. What do you know of the fallen star?
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Spiteful Quiver. Increases hatred regeneration. It's better than extra gold. That's still untenable. Life with Cain.
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
What does your uncle seek?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
Adria.
What did you learn of your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
Captain Dalton.
When Leah told us the dead were pouring out of the cathedral, we quickly went to put an end to it. At first it seemed we were succeeding, but they just kept coming. We were overcome. Captain Dalton and the men fought valiantly. They protected me. I am no soldier. I was a farmer. I should not have been out there with them. I do not know how I made it back here. None of the others did. And now, somehow, I'm supposed to lead the militia.
Tell me about yourself.
I volunteered to help because it seemed the right thing to do. But I'm no leader of men.
Few are. But you are the best they have right now. So you need to lead.
That's a simple thing for you to say. You were born to fight monsters like the risen dead. Me? I'm just a farmer.
The blacksmith.
These dark events tax us. I worry for Hadrig, our blacksmith, most of all. His wife has been injured, and he is tasked with seeing to those who may turn. His family has suffered under this curse before. His grandfather, the Chancellor to King Leoric, was killed when the evil first spread over Tristram 20 years ago.
Alright, Cain.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
A tragic story, but I cannot reach the Fallen Star until I face him.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts.
Shattered.
Leah, you should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakarum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies. The prophecy of the end days says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the texts since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
Alright, talk to the blacksmith Hadrig Amon. It makes sense that Leoric's twisted form, the Skeleton King, would be revived along with his many victims, but it certainly is an inconvenience. Hopefully this Hadrig fellow will help me find Leoric's crown so I can confront this monster before he causes any more damage. Who are you?
I am the last of the Herodrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Herodric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You can't blame yourself.
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy. And Tristram, no, the world has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Your adopted niece.
You and Leah seem very close.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the Lords of the Burning Hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers.
Prophecy of the End Days.
The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Herodric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Kane. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding Hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Mad King Leoric.
Leoric was driven mad by Diablo.
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
What did Leoric do as the Skeleton King?
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become.
All right.
You're the one who saved Cain. You must help us survive the Skeleton King, too.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in. From the east shall come a monarch whose rule begins in blood and ends in bone. In the light of a comet will he die a third and final death at the hands of a chosen woman.
Boom.
By the grace of the ancients, may your soul...
Every scholar of demonic lore has heard of Deckard Cain. Thanks to you, I got to see him in the flesh.
All right. Check out Kane's house. Nothing yet. Hadrig is gone, but we can go ahead and salvage. Oh, we can't salvage my Initiate's Hand crossbow. Fascinating. Alright, we're going to stash the black mushroom. Suppose we'll sell the Initiate's Hand crossbow.
That would not be wise.
No, sell it. There we go. Wonder why they don't let you salvage it.
Bless you for saving Deckard Cain. I don't know what Leah would do, what any of us would do if Cain were truly lost.
So this is how it ends? They dragged my cart from the road, but for what? I can't get it repaired. Might as well dig a hole and die in it.
If you've given up, then you're already dead.
Did you know that King Leoric had his own wife executed? Terrible, terrible things happened when he went mad.
Will Leoric's spirit never rest? Why was he cursed so?
You know what would take everyone's mind off their troubles? One of Theodos's great comedies.
I've seen one of them. Two men dressed as women screeching at each other and tearing their bodices. Huh, that'd cheer me right up.
Glad to hear it. Rehearsals in 3 hours.
Ha!
Cleared out the old town and rescued Deckard Cain? Oh, I'm never betting against you again.
Leah's book. Leah's Tristram Journal, Part 3.
Uncle Deckard is home, rescued from the clutches of the Skeleton King. I'm so glad. But the Skeleton King, I thought he was a folktale. The idea of Mad King Leoric returning to torture this place. Hasn't Tristram suffered enough?
Never, apparently. Even Diablo 4 kicks off in the Tristram Cathedral. Alright, we can get through to here. This is new.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
What? She was out defending the gates this morning. What is driving that woman?
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations. How are we supposed to fight if we're starving?
The rest of the town is down to quarter, including my wife. But you can quit if you want.
Alright. Let's chat with Miriam. All about Miriam.
Chelsea, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads. Always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My future holds vengeance.
What will you do with your revenge when you have it? You still need to make a life for yourself. A little love would do you wonders.
I don't know, Lone Wonder. I mean, it'd have to be a flashback. It would feel kind of like a desperation move to try and put him in there. He felt a little shoehorned into Diablo 3, to be honest. The idea that, you know, he somehow made it 20 more years after already being the old man in the first two, but we'll see. The nature of the world.
The world is constantly renewing itself, eternally playing out the same events over and over again. We can merely play our parts.
Must you always speak in riddles?
I speak clearly. Do not blame me for the state of your mind.
Let's see, can I train you yet? I need 10,000 gold. What about Hadrig? I forgot to look. Excellent, Karis. What kind of pizza are you having? Also 10,000. Alright. No artisan training on this visit. That's not a problem. There's Hadrig. I'll talk to him last.
You think you're some type of hero, here to save us all? The dead will feast on your bones as easily as they will ours.
Tristram Ferry.
Sorry, the ferry to Wortham isn't running. Can't take anyone anywhere with all that's happening around here. It's not safe.
Don't tell anyone, but I've got some new items you really should see.
This gate is locked by order of the captain. You can't go out there. The Hollow is swarming with horrors. If we were to open these gates, they'd overwhelm the town in minutes.
Well, that sounds delicious, Karis. That's pretty close to what I always get. I like ham and mushroom and black olives. Gotta have those mushrooms on there.
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. That's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
Sometimes death is the only mercy we have left. I will help you.
Thank you. Follow me.
Kill the ravenous dead in the cellar of the damned. Hadrig has found himself in a difficult situation. I, of all people, know just how hard it is to kill a loved one when there is no other choice. I have seen it happen time and time again, but that doesn't make his grief any less genuine or his duty any more bearable. I will help him.
Hey, come over here. I've got some new...
Friends, I'm sorry.
Sorrow won't save your town, blacksmith.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hedrig! Help me!
Mira Aemon, the wife of Hadrig.
How satisfying.
Ooh, an ethereal repeating crossbow and an adventuring short bow of the hawk. And a level up. Active skill unlocked. Smoke screen. Alright. Alright, let's look at the skills first. Smoke screen, where are you? Cost 14 discipline. Cooldown 1.5 seconds. Vanish behind a wall of smoke, becoming momentarily invisible for 1 second. This ability does not start its cooldown until after its effects expire. I'm not gonna bother, I'm pretty happy with my current setup. Let's see. That's a big minus to damage. Definitely won't be doing that one, but something says this one. Something says this one. A one-handed ethereal repeating crossbow. Unidentified. Boom! Doomslinger. Alright. Extra damage, extra dex, extra attack speed, extra life. Chance to deal 8% area damage on hit, plus 100% damage to all Demon Hunter skills. Reduces cooldown of all skills by 5%, reduces all resource costs by 3%, ignores durability loss. Killing an elite pack increases move speed by 30% for 7 seconds. Multi-shot attacks 50% faster, and his damage is increased by 187%. Gain the sharpshooter passive. Each quarrel bears the signs of apocalypse. Whether they hearken to a bygone event or one that has yet to come to pass remains to be seen. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's pretty good. Bam! Let's go fight something.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
There is one favor I must ask of you. Do you know where Leoric's crown is?
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Open the northwest gate. The blacksmith is a descendant of one of Leoric's courtiers. Hadrig must have quite a few stories to tell about how he returned to Tristram, but those can wait. I must find the Chancellor's tomb and the crown within it. It's the only way I'll be able to confront the Skeleton King. What's gross? My ridiculous crossbow? Find the Cemetery of the Forsaken in the Weeping Hollow. There's a checkpoint. Hey, an elite pack.
This will be interesting. That was just a taste.
Scavengers are ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
Oh, that was spectacular. Alright, well. Game's paying us back in spades for that slow beginning. Cloth tunic. Hand axe of wounding. Oh my. I did ask for an upgrade. It has delivered.
My hatred is too low.
this is awesome. This is so much fun. Alright, thank you, game. Thank you for delivering the upgrade I requested. You have made me very happy.
Your fear betrays you!
Like, how rare are the Ethereals?
I feel more powerful.
You've reached level 9. Because the drop rates for me have been ridiculous. In a good way. Alright, Entangling Shot Rune, Chained Gang. And Vault, active skill. Vault is the first one that's actually going to be in my endgame build. So we'll certainly use it. So for Entangling Shot, Chain Gang. Entangle and slow up to 4 enemies with each shot. I mean, of course. Vault. Physical, cost 8 discipline. Tumble acrobatically, 35 yards. Yeah, I don't have anything else currently using discipline, so we'll certainly do that. Come here. Leather Hood of the Lion. Nice.
Sweet revenge! I need more hatred to do that. My wrath.
I think they're feeling it, girlfriend.
During the last days of King Leoric's reign, even the skeletons of the ancient dead could not rest. They took up their broken armor and weapons once more, ready to cut down anything that yet drew breath. Though wasted and fragile, these creatures possess a twisted cleverness that makes them quite formidable.
Boom. Amazing.
Bleed, you filth!
Right, everyone? Yes, it was. Leather gloves of the lion. Yawn.
That thing must die. Not enough hatred.
Cavalry Pride, rare gloves. Let's have a look. Big ups.
am too late. The blacksmith's apprentice is dead. I must let Hadrig know when I can.
Lovely. What was that? Inundating leather gloves of thorns. Yawn.
Survive that.
Truly. None of them did they?
More?
I like this voice actress. The dialogue is... the actual words are a little bit dire. I prefer the more lighthearted dialogue of the Crusader, but I think the actress does a good job with the delivery, whoever she is.
My hatred is too low.
Yahoo. Alright, we're nearly through the hollow, which is good. I know my first barbarian stream was like extra long, but I think we're settling into a nice kind of solid episode length, installment length rhythm, stream length rhythm for these. We'll be able to do all 3 crypts and finish up a Shattered Crown, and then that's probably going to do it for today's stream. So if y'all are wondering how it's gonna go tonight, because we're getting close to dinner time over here. But yeah, probably another 20-30 minutes, however long it takes to clear the crypts. I'll certainly finish out the cemetery.
Accustomed to that.
Level 10. Unimus. Unlocked a passive skill slot. Thrill of the Hunt. And Tactical Advantage. I think we're going to get Tactical Advantage for our first one. I'll have that at the end game. So, Tactical Advantage, or Thrill of the Hunt. Enemies hit by your hatred spenders are slowed by 80% for 2 seconds. The first 3 were dead before they hit the ground. The others weren't so lucky. Captain Rumford. Tactical Advantage. Whenever you use Vault, Shadow Power, Smokescreen, or Backflip with Evasive Fire, you gain 60% movement speed for 2 seconds. Never start a fair fight. Yeah, Tactical Advantage. This is the way. That movement speed boost is awesome. Alright, no side areas this time. So here we go. Cemetery of the Forsaken. Checkpoint. Search for the Chancellor's Altar beneath the Cemetery of the Forsaken. Alright, so of course we always have the 3 defiled crypts. There's a pool of reflection. It's always nice. Locked gate. We'll be back later. There's the second one. Gravedigger's Bones, Gravedigger's Log.
When King Leoric came to court, he brought many nobles with him. And nobles, oddly enough, want noble crypts. So I showed up with my shovel, thinking to make easy profit by digging a few holes. Ha! There's no stopping their demands around here. Now, I eat, sleep, and breathe dirt, it seems.
I should be using Impale on single enemies. I keep forgetting that. That's why I'm still running low on hatred sometimes. There we go. Alright, so there's crypt number 3. Alright. Let's just start over here and go clockwise. Until we see that we should do otherwise. Lone Wonder, you keep saying I should, like, buy lotto tickets. Do you have any insight on what the theoretical drop rate for the Ethereals is? Is it like super, super low and I'm getting extremely lucky? So that'd be pretty wild. Alright. We have the Matriarch's Bones event. Make sure the room is clear, and then we'll do it. Lady Dunhild.
Grave robbers have defiled my tomb. Now my husband writhes in torment because I do not rest at his side. Return my bones so that we may rest in peace.
Search the funerary urns for the bones of Lady Dunhild. Oh, hi. Waller. Where's the rest of the pack? There he is. Fushina of Slaughter. Well, obviously not. 15% at low levels and less than 1 for... Okay. 15 is not too bad. I mean, that's... 15% is not that wild, then. For me to have found 2. Now, if I start finding him at level 70... Hide Belt of the Bear. That's an upgrade. Kill the ghost of Lord Dunhild.
I need more hatred to do that.
Place Lady Dunhild's bones into the Dunhild sarcophagus. I will in just a moment. But first, I actually need to order a, I need to text my dinner order upstairs, so pardon me. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna do precisely that. Let me see here. What should I get from Schlotsky's Deli? That is the question. Here we go. Perfect. Alright, sorry about that. Got my order in. We are ready to go. No, not pizza. Getting a sandwich. Dunhild sarcophagus.
The dead are at peace now.
Experience and gold. Now we got a few things. Oak Wand of Slaughter, Cannibal Wheel, Ring of the Bear. Well, those are our first two rings. I suppose we'll put those on. Oh my. There we go. Excuse me for that, but we're off. So, what did these rings do exactly? 15 vitality, life per hit, and a Ring of the Bear. More vitality. Ironclad, thank you so much for the resub, my friend. You are such a strong, quiet presence, and yet stalwart. Omnipresent, and you've subbed for 32 months. That's just absolutely bonkers to me, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's always good to have you, and thank you for the birthday wishes. And for the sub. One of my favorite things anyone can do for me on my birthday.
The tragedies in these lands have left many restless spirits in their wake, and they demand retribution. These spirits will take out their vengeance on any unsuspecting individual who may pass, for they believe that the blood of the living will yet restore the lives that were ripped away from them. Demons have been known to devour their own young when no other nourishment is available. Their offspring, the imps, sometimes manage to flee and band together with other demon spawn. They rove in vicious packs, ready to descend upon the unwary traveler and rip his body to shreds with their tiny needle-sharp teeth.
Well, thank you, Kane. Pleasant thought. I'm getting a turkey avocado sandwich on a big sourdough bun from Schlotzsky's.
Sweet revenge!
I'm pretty excited about it. For those of you who don't have Schlotzsky's, I feel sorry for you. They're probably my favorite sandwich chain.
I've become stronger.
Level 11. What are we going to unlock here? Bolas. Active skill. Rapid fire, withering fire. Okay, well, let's look at Bolas. That is not on my in-game list. But it may be better than Entangling Shot. Let's find out. Shoot out an explosive bola that wraps itself around the enemy. After 1 second, the bola explodes, dealing 160% weapon damage as fire to the enemy, and an additional 110% weapon damage as fire to all other enemies within 14 yards. Generates 4 hatred. Yeah, I'll give that a whirl. We'll certainly equip the rune on rapid fire. Reduce the initial hatred cost to 10 and ignite your arrows, causing them to deal fire damage. Alrighty. And we'll make those little adjustments. Yeah, Bolas is good.
That thing must die.
Adventuring stake thrower. Ha 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 ha. No. That's a very cool name for a hand crossbow, but no.
Just my luck. The crown isn't even in this crypt.
Alright, 2 crypts to go. Yeah, we've been going 2 hours. This will be a nice, good stream length, if you ask me. Empowered Shrine. I also love that it immediately does the AoE if I shoot an object. Digger Odell must be shoveling off. Oh my god, Lone Wonder, look at that. Nimble Boots of the Bear. And another another copy of this. Oh, it's almost too much. Nimble Boots of the Bear. Yeah, we'll take those. I like the extra movement speed and vitality, even at the expense. Alright. A higher level. Yeah, what do you think? The level 11 version versus the level 7 version. Everything is good. Let's see. Reduce the cooldown of Vengeance by 50% and gain the Brooding passive. Well, I'm happy with the raw upgrades, but let me see. Let me look at those passives. So I got Sharpshooter with my level 7 version, which is a 4% critical hit chance every second. The bonus, but I don't know if I actually get passives I haven't unlocked yet. I think I haven't. So I just got Brooding, which the passives I haven't unlocked aren't even active. Oh, I do. Well, there we go. Okay, so I had Sharpshooter, which is 4% critical hit chance every second. The bonus is reset 1 second after you successfully critically hit. But now I just got Brooding. Gain 3% life regeneration per second for every second you remain stationary, stacking up to 3 times. This bonus is reset 5 seconds after you move. Meh. Neither of those are very good, but that's neat. Brigandine Coat of the Lion. Extra toughness. Sounds good. Oh, hi, friends. Come on over. See how it goes for you. That was a pretty big pack, I have to say. A damaged stake thrower, boots of focus, foreboding journey mask of focus. Well, the boots of focus are a little better. Oh yeah, I see it. Thanks, Lone Wonder. treasure goblin. Get wrecked, you little shit. Wow, he dropped nothing but gold and crafting mats.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. Peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
Looks like an AA gun and sounds like a flat tire.
My training has paid off.
Level 12. Well, that happened fast. Chakram. That one's on my in-game list. Caltrops rune, hooked spines. Alright. And we got the Crusader book. So I'm going to replace Impale with Chakram. Cost 10 hatred. Fire a swirling Chakram that deals 380% weapon damage as physical to enemies along its path. And then what was the other one I got? Caltrops rune, which I'm not going to be using, but might as well look at it. Hooked spines. Increase the slowing amount to 80%. Smoke screen. Don't care. Alright, here we go. The Crusaders. Oh, wait. Die. Crusaders, Part 1.
In the eastern kingdom of Khejistan, I heard rumors of Zakarum warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were most reticent, I was able to deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of paladins west. But these Crusaders went east on a very different mission.
Thanks, Abd. Alright. Only one way to go. I'm hoping I'm lucking out. And this is the second side crypt. Just because that would allow you... Yes.
Well, there isn't a crown here. I'd best try another crypt.
Very nice. Avoid backtracking. My favorite. And just so we're clear, my first two Ethereals at least came off of super unique monsters. This last one came out of a fucking, like, burial urn. It's amazing. Hi, friends. How'd that go for you? All right. RNG do be what it be, in the parlance of our times. Venturing leather belt of the hawk. Hide breeches, which are actually an upgrade. Alright, that's the second level. Let's go explore the rest of this joint. It's going to be a loop running this way. Pathfinder's Scorn. What even is that? A barbarian rare. Okay. Ring of the Bear.
Your fear betrays you.
Very good. Well, when we had to kite the hell out of that first champion pack, we got a little bit, just a taste, of the vanilla Diablo 3 experience we all remember, with varying degrees of fondness. And now we're firmly ensconced in the warm embrace of the new, greatly empowered Diablo 3. Defiled Crypt level 2.
I have a feeling that the crown is nearby.
Here comes our boy. Our first unburied. Actually, Manglemaw. Nice.
The unburied are formed from human corpses that were flung into mass graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only flee from it, and I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
An adventuring pike of wounding. That's obviously a yawn. And here's the Chancellor's tomb, and another checkpoint. Insightful double axe of the snake. Also yawn. Hello.
Bleed, you filth!
Alrighty. Grab that in a second. Let's clear everything else first. Alrighty, here we go.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
I have more control now.
Adventuring leather belt of the bear, and we hit level 13. And we dropped a ring of the hawk. Active skill unlocked, preparation. Passive skill unlocked, blood vengeance. Okay, I actually want Preparation and Blood Vengeance, but I don't have enough slots at the moment. Better toughness, less damage. I'm gonna keep my damage. Ring of the Hawk. Oh, I keep hitting the Windows button. That's the one I meant. Yeah, I'll lose the Ring of the Bear. There we go. Okay, so let me cipher a minute. So Preparation. Cooldown 45 seconds. Instantly restore 30 discipline. Oh, Vault is still my only discipline skill, so I'd rather keep that. Blood Vengeance. Your maximum hatred is increased by 25. In addition, gain 30 hatred and 3 discipline when you are healed by a health globe. If it bleeds, you can kill it. Kill this one slowly. Grey Scar, Veteran Demon Hunter. That seems more important now than Tactical Advantage does. So we'll grab that as well. I think that's everything. So, I have obtained the crown, but it is broken. I wonder if Chancellor Aemon did this intentionally to prevent anyone from abusing it. I'll speak with Hadrig. Maybe he can repair the damage. Something says.
I am returning to town.
Alrighty. Chat with Hadrig right quick.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem. It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then we are allies. Each weapon you forge for me shall serve to purify these lands. One more thing. Your apprentice is dead.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for the news.
Reptilian Shroud of Thorns. It's a Demon Hunter only chest armor. I think it's better. Let's do it. Alright, Hadrig. Hadrig's grandfather.
Tell me about your grandfather, the Chancellor.
Not much to tell. I lived with my father in Caldeum at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end, trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
A brave deed. It is good to know that there was one sane man among the mad.
Mira Aemon.
It is good to see you back at the forge, blacksmith.
Work needs doing. No one is going to do it for me.
That is very true, but we also need people to fight.
No, this is my trade, and I'm the best. I'll make you the weapons you need to kill every last demon you see. Deal?
Fair enough. Alright. Repair, salvage. There we go. Now we can also afford to train, which is nice. Let's do that. He's at rank 4, master rank, and I believe 10,000 gold is enough to train the Mystic another rank as well, although I'm going to get my next quest, then we'll do another town sweep. Let's talk to Kane.
How might I use the crown to reach the Skeleton King?
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
When he is destroyed, I shall finally reach the star.
Reign of the Black King. Use the New Tristram waypoint to return to the Cathedral Garden. At last I have the means to take down the Skeleton King. With this crown, I'll be able to open the golden door and continue deeper into the cathedral. I'm not sure what to expect in those depths, but that's never stopped me before. It's pretty good timing. Dinner's here. So let's do the last town sweep, and then we'll call it a stream.
Every scholar of demonic lore has heard of
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid.
New Tristram's history.
After King Leoric went mad, no one lived in these parts for a long time. Then adventurers were lured here by tales of riches to be found inside the old cathedral. New Tristram started when some traveling merchants decided to set down here to sell to the adventurers. It grew quickly. Lots of good farming in these parts. Well, before all of this started.
Alright. Kane's house. Aha! Deckard Cain's Journal Part 2.
I wish that Leia could live a different life, a more normal life. But alas, such is not her fate. When I pass, there is none but her to continue my work, and the future of this world hangs in the balance.
Let's head over here. Nothing new for her, or him. Worsening news.
The news continues to worsen. How can you continue to wade into the fray with nary a thought for your own safety? It is madness.
If I don't fight, who will?
Blacksmith's belongings. Mira's letter to Hadrig.
My dearest Hadrig, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could. Our time together meant more than words can say. But in the end, fate is a cruel mistress. Your strength is needed to end the horrors that beset this world. My final wish is that you find your path. Love always. Mira.
I think that's it for him.
Bless you for saving Deckard Cain. I don't know what Leah would do.
Did you know that King Leoric...
Will Leoric's spirit never rest?
Was it the Skeleton King meant to be dead? I mean, I know he was dead, but wasn't he supposed to be really dead? He should have the decency to stay dead. Again.
Thanks, Drunk. That actually makes a level of sense to me. The inane ramblings. Alright. Onward. Nothing new for them. Or them. Miriam has new dialogue, and I think we can train her as well. Yes, we can raise her to rank 5. Grandmaster. Let's cost 10,000 for rank 6. But for now, the Skeleton King.
Is there no justice in this world? Leoric bravely withstood Diablo's attempts to possess him, and look what he got in return. Madness and a cursed death.
He is not alone. My sister perished after the demons turned her mind, though I am the only one who mourns her now.
Alrighty, this guy.
You think you're some type of hero?
That's the same as it was before. Nothing new with the ferryman. These guys have nothing. And that's the town sweep. So with that, I'm going to call it a stream. I have already checked out Twitch. Nobody is online that needs to be rated from us, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to call it a stream. But those of you watching, thank you so very much. I am clearly quite blessed by RNGesus, and I credit your presence for that lucky streak as much as anything else. If you're new around here and you haven't already, please give the channel a follow. My stream schedule is irregular, but I alternate between streaming Diablo, Elder Scrolls, and Thief games for now. I hope you'll also check out my YouTube channel. This will be over there as a VOD. I do episodic playthroughs of one main game of my choice and one Patreon chosen game over there. Those upload at noon every weekday on a very regular schedule. And yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you'll sub to the channel and come back over to Twitch and give me a follow here as well. And that is going to do it for me. I think I will not be back until Friday at the earliest with another stream. I'm going to be out the next couple days, but whenever it happens, the next stream is going to be more Skyrim Special Edition. I hope you'll join me for that. I hope you have a great few days, and I will see you next time. Night, everybody.